crazy. It's just going to be Senna, which, you know, coming into 14-16, we were like, this is one of the big picks on the patch, and we haven't seen too much of it, but it comes in here, and, you know, honestly... And here we go. Already, the slow is happening here to Zeus, and we got Carrier and Owner and
Level
Kuma
one.
all coming in. There's the slam into the wall. Perfect's in a bit of trouble, and he doesn't have flash. He's gonna go down to the 6 already. T1. Not sure if that was a bait or what, but Perfect absolutely overchases and gets punished. And speaking of which, we are just gonna face check and die. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but good.
12 CS that he could have gotten. He's only gone 4. That's not good.
Yeah, nice little angle here onto the Senna. Barrel almost definitely going to have to flash. Doesn't even bother. He's just going to take the death and die.
Presence, you know, healing up of any poke. That's not going to happen for a long time now, so we see... Oh.
Yeah, Barrel's in a rough spot here. He does have his flash. He will flash that one. Here comes BDD, who's just going to be swept away. And he is super low Barrel as well. A big bop coming over the top, but I think they have the chase potential. One more auto would do it. Faker will get the kill. They have gone very deep for this, though. As Carrier thinking about helping out. He's not
already. And you're into plenty of picks that scale exceptionally well. On top of that,
you're really trying to lower the expectations for themselves.
They're doing a great job of that.
In this series, it basically looks...
Now Deft chunked out here. Wow. Again, doesn't have the blood.
Yeah, there's Carrier, and he just swings by, hits him one.
Ignite Buckler.
I think he just autoed once and ignited. And that was it. I mean, Def doesn't exist right now. Zeus, does he exist is the question. He's still got a flash. Meanwhile, there's a fight going on between the supports, and Carrier's winning that one big time. Can he actually get the kill? Yes, he can. And now he's on the run here. Might be in a bit of trouble, especially with the TP coming in. But Perfect basically just TPs for nothing. And they eventually kill Carrier. Enemy that's in his range. And nobody gets to play the game against this Fed Ziggs. Meanwhile, Barrel, well, he's in the game, but he's not really, as he's dead again for the 4th time at 13 minutes. And there's the satchel coming in, maybe asleep here. There's the flash as well. He does have teammates nearby, but not quite close enough, as Guma finally does get punished. And now Owner will go down as well, and finally KT gets something on the map.
Great bait by Barrel there.
Yeah! Classic Barrel!
A lot of resources burned by T1. A bit of an overcommit. More happening.
Yeah, Carrier's just kind of getting in there, and this is actually a bait because the TP's here, Faker's here as well. Deft is just dead, and now Faker gets the scoop here on a Pyosik. Nice Senna ult to help out, and BDD is desperate, but the Condemn comes in, and the knock into the wall is exactly what you were talking about. You're just up against the wall forever, and now the Vayne is going way too deep for this, actually, and will get punished. BDD will to actually still get that item. Faker is going to take out a turret, and this is the second Drake of the game. It's a Cloud Drake, and already 2 going in the hands of T1.
Making all of the outer towers. It's 16 minutes, and it's so easy for them just to look and threaten these tier 2s. That's 1 down already, but
yeah, it's not.
Don't let Zeus pick Vayne.
It's not just Perfect. I think Deft and Barrel have also definitely struggled, but I do think a lot of the effects follow as
very nice knock up here. BDD, man, this is one way you can still win the game. As the denial from Cario is insane. It's still going to be a kill, but now they're in a bit of trouble as so many low health bars. We got the TP coming in. Nice stasis from the side of Pyosik as Barrel is burning down a bit, but nobody has actually
got the Frozen Fist and now going towards more armor, but Vayne does true damage, and Faker and Guma do magic.
Given how important of a pick it is on the patch, that shouldn't come as a surprise, but it definitely is.
And it's just Guma ult. I think Barrel might die to that, but I hope we get to see it for science, obviously.
Yeah, by the way, they still have the Rift Herald, so they just saved it until 23 minutes, and now they're using it to push down the mid wave and the mid lane and try to really get into those turrets. Faker going 1v1 against BDD, who eventually does have to rebind, but the rest of T1 are just pushing mid, and this is what just disgusting with the Vayne, with the Azir, with the Ziggs, who isn't even hitting it. He's just zoning Pyosik away. That is 2 abilities, I guess 3. Just gonna be thrown in, and Perfect's like, I'm here, guys, I'm ready.
It's actually very impressive. Well, TP behind. Hail Mary.
BDD he's still trying his best, but now he doesn't have a health bar. And with Baron buff, this is just even more oppressive because your siege is already fantastic with just the one guy. And, you know, you have some healing, you have some ability to, but not really.
Well, he's got
not 10,000 gold behind.
He's got ult again. With the slow hit from... I think if the slow hits from Owner on Beryl, they can just ult.
Yeah, force a flash.
It's so funny because Beryl is actually healing, but it just doesn't matter. Even the Ludensprock!
Oh no, Beryl! Oh no! And the ult, you know, optimistic, but they do get the heal. And I guess that's something. They already got 2 inhibitors, rather, and they're going for number 3. And here we go, the Impale comes in, gets double flash away from them, just burning, just eating the summoners as they're trying to get on top of Zeus, and they might just do that, but who cares about Zeus when Kuma is this fed on the Ziggs? And you got the 1 carry, but you didn't get the other 2. BDD desperate to try to take something down, but guys, this game is over, and it is out as T1 are looking to take down game number 1 in flying fashion here in this finals of the regional qualifiers. As one last ditch attempt from Def, but this one is done. So 26.5 minutes, and game 1 goes to T1.
I think KT needs some more prayers after that one, but the targets just aren't able to get a cut through a sustain, and then the Bard comes through for carrier. I'm not really a big fan of Bard here. I think Bard is best utilized when you're playing into a mobile carries. You can set up an
ult. Faker, as they do know that the Skarner is here, and now Faker going to be knocked towards the wall. He does dodge the knock-up here. He goes for the Ghost, but he's basically just running in circles waiting for Owner to come on over, who is going to bail him out. But now a bit of damage into Owner as well. The Unbind comes in and forces the flash from Owner. The flash on him for BDD, and he gets first blood.
I'm just questioning, because surely they knew that Kyoshik was there. I think Faker should have just...
It's very difficult, even more difficult for Faker.
Faker also, because he was playing into Yone, actually going for 3 points in Q, not in E, so he doesn't have as much wave crush you normally do. And we have cloth armor for Faker and Mantle for Zeus, so that means that both BDD and Perfect are playing into an opponent that's itemized for the opposite damage source. And KT
could try to go for it though. The flash on in, the Ornhorn going to be blown here as well. Perfect not even bothering to flash, and it's going to bite.
Really just hiding between the 2 turrets. Afraid that he was going to get dove again. Not going to be the case. T1 instead looking for the cross map. We'll be able to pick up the 2nd Dragon here. A lot of less impactful souls still on the map. We'll see which rift we are going to get, and it's loud.
The Nasus benefits a lot from that movement speed at close distance.
Trying to clear the wave here. He's got Keria to just stasis everything up there, and this is an Ornn as the Impale will come in, but the stun is there from Keria, and the knockup from the Ornn, but Def, he lives just barely, and eventually does go down to Keria's auto. Beryl as well is going to bite the dust eventually as Faker comes in, just collects a kill.
Dead. He's just
alone, farming in the jungle. I mean, he's Skarner, he can go through walls. Surely he's dead.
Yeah, he's gone through walls towards T1's base.
Yeah, only question is who gets the kill. It will be the buy.
Does give T1 the space. Zeus on the flank has his ultimate available.
It's about to get very interesting. Let's see, BDD looking for the knockup, and now the Ornhorn's going to be called. Nice little angle, but a big engage from Beryl into the equalizer, and Impale! It's just a massive wobble that comes in. T1 are trying to turn something. They do get the 1 kill, and a massive Bard ult as well. But at the end of the day, do they have to follow up damage to kill any of these low health members is the question. Guma trying his best to do exactly that, but he can't get the 1 kill. Keria's going to go down, and BDD is still alive. And it's Guma Usier bust, but he is gone as KT win a gigantic team fight.
That's the Wombo combo dream right there as Beryl sets it up, Kyoshik knocks it down, and that Rumble pick toasting the entirety of T1. Really a whole lot that Faker can do besides try to damage him as much as possible, as Beryl does not care about your measly turret. They will just slam this down.
Skarner can get over walls though.
They're going to get the ults from Keria in there, and yeah, the Skarner goes in, and it just goes over to Kyoshik, and they do have this match.
There is no more LCK after this. This is the final fight between these 2 teams. Whoever wins this best of 5 goes to Worlds. For the loser, it's over as BDD. He's going deep.
Yeah, just doing Yone things, and the Ziggs just not very much like that, or appreciate.
Alone could be enough as...
Okay, that is a big committal, but it's a Keria ult to deny all the damage, and now T1 are perfectly set up for the Wombo combo once again. Equalizer comes down, it's a perfect angle from Perfect, and T1 are burnt to a crisp as KT will
3 over to KT. What a misplay, what an unforced error from T1.
course, T1 heavily over-investing is not going to get in, but they get the turret, and that's the main goal.
Yeah. I mean, with the Baron just trying to really escalate your gold lead, and now trying to flash on a guy who's invisible, and Owner has to go in. Bit of damage to Zigzalt over the top, and they finally do get perfect. It's a trade 1-for-1, but Faker is probably going to go down. This is a pretty decent Bard ult, but it's only going to delay the inevitable as Faker, super low, he's in the back line, gets ulted on, down he will go. It's a triple for Deft, who's just running around the fight.
KT were just warming up in game 1. We saw in this series against BNK Fearx yesterday that game 1 was a slow one, not the best performance.
There isn't an opportunity for Owner, and yeah, eventually they get the turn on the perfect, but...
Well, this is just insult to injury. Guma doesn't have flash, and I think eventually he should die. There you go, Pyosik just gonna pop.
Well, but now that the Kai'Sa is online, he's getting bonked on the head.
Yeah, Deft just is in melee range against a big Nasus who isn't very fed, but actually it's just a bait all along as Faker's running the other way. There's a Bard ult. Faker's like, I need more stacks. Hold on. Not the best timing there, and now this fight is very broken up. That's a double impale, and both these guys are just dead. As is just caught in the crossfire. He's going to be going down as well. KT just crossing their eyes, crossing their T's, dotting their I's rather. As Faker is still just holding the wave, trying to keep the game alive.
He's just building stacks, right? It's what Nasus does.
Still farming.
Yeah,
eventually he'll get there.
Barrel's going to win this 1v1. Unfortunately, BDD on the way as well.
I mean, I guess he held the wave, but...
Yeah, BDD even QSS is the Wither, so... he just need to hit a Q at some point.
Dodge everything! Nah, he's trying his best. I mean, the Nasus can be pretty funky like this. The ult will be committed to as BDD has had enough. And
just don't flip, don't risk giving it over. As long as Owner isn't allowed near the pit, does have flash and ult.
Well, they're trying to keep him out of the pit, and there is the turn. A lot of wombo combo bouncy castle behind the wall there.
Dead.
Yeah, BDD goes down, and Faker's pretty tanky. A big impale, but Pyosik getting low. I think the wallets might just be a bit too heavy, though. A pretty decent fight, all things considered, but the wallets are there for the side of KT.
You think of a BDD stepping out up the...
Oh, okay. The Zanya's going to have some big value there as BDD finds Guma, and you see the Ornn is desperate to try to save him, but he will go down anyway, and BDD will survive. The wallets are just gigantic right now on the side of KT. They take down the 2 carries, and that might just do it. KT Rolster looking for their first win in the series. Zay is desperate to just try to stop the wave from going down, but the TP will come in. And it's only Keria as Steph 1 kill away from Legendary, I believe, here, as they will look to push to end and win game 2.
And this best of 5 after game 1 looked a little dicey, but KT bounced back in a big way. And the Telecom war continues for this final world spot as the Nexus falls here in game number 2.
The Nexus will fall, and we do, in fact, have a series on our hands. Anyone can take it from here as KT have decided.
A Sivir, we saw Guma pull out as well, and this time it is going to be Deft trying to bring it in here.
It just once again feels
not like Jhin anymore.
It just once again feels like a low val.
And KT Rolster with the Ivern are utilizing that zone control very well. But in goes Beryl. He says, enough of the zone control. I'm just going to put my face in it. And he does do that, and he's probably dead as the knockup comes in. He gets a shield, though. Stays alive for a very long period of time, but eventually does go down. First blood goes to Faker. And all going to be thrown out here by Guma, who is level 6. As T1 will look to push them away and take the other 2 grubs.
That's what we were missing from Beryl, you know, just the aggressive.
We knew it was on the way.
It was definitely coming, and...
Doesn't have his satchel.
Yeah, he just used it for poke. Here comes Deft, trying to come in, gets the Q down. Guma will flash away, some mines on the ground, but 1 Q could do it, or just an auto, as Deft is just going to take...
Oh no, even a lot of your traditional AD carries.
Owner taking the
and
point.
your Jax as well in that Supreme late game. Definitely going to want that with some
That
side
was
lane
the
threats.
key.
As here we go. Going to try to come in here. The knockout comes in. There's that TP you guys are talking about. And now Faker in a really rough spot. He's going to get Bard ulted, but there's really nobody to save him as Beryl takes a bit of damage, but will survive with the help of the Ivern. And this is the exact fight we were talking about for a minute.
I think it was the blast cone that ended up knocking him into multiple members of KT there.
We'll have to identify who hit it. That's always a fun bit in the replays like that. But yeah, and the bottle comes through, but it doesn't really help Faker's situation. And now Perfect doesn't even need a TP bot, just walks down, not even a single plate, lost to Zaya. So KT getting the better of that. They had kind of done the homework, done the setup, done the lane assignments, and get the kill. Even, you know, we see Leona being one of these supports who feels so tanky in the front line, but it's emphasized so much more.
Carrier here. It's just not really going to happen. They're just going to say, well, they're all in mid, so I'm just going to take this bot turret.
Yep, good angle found there. Perfect moving over to cover, but a lot of poke coming down on a KT. They do have a redemption to kind of mitigate all the poke just before the fight. But you can see Deft about half HP already now.
Just waiting for the engage from the side of T1. There it is. They're going to throw it straight into Pyoching. They know he doesn't have it, but he has actually a stopwatch, and he will be going down. That's a kill already on the Deft as Zeus just got in and murdered him, as that is 3 to the side of T1, and they will take it down.
Complete denial of the attempted front to back there from KT by T1. Coming in from multiple different angles, immediately getting on top of one of their most valuable members, Impioshik, who doesn't have the flash from that earlier play. Turn that into a section.
I think the timing, yep, completely off with the 6 ult.
Yeah, I was like, again, I got baited like Wolf and Atlas didn't get
it. Didn't even bin flash for it.
It's telling, though, that like this Dragon is just going to go over to T1. They're going to get the inner. Yeah. I don't think KT's going to be in a position to contest.
But KT got the objective bounty.
Yeah, that is very true, Veldas.
Yeah, it's really T1 getting the most value. They won that team fight. They knew they could go Baron immediately, getting the value from the Baron, taking so much in terms of structures. And then
Dragon, and now all the turrets. It really was kind of on a knife's edge in this one. T1 were
to try and crash in and get this, and they'll use the wall to do so.
The ult's going to be thrown towards Leona. Beryl just says, okay, I'm going in, and he's dead. Now we're going to have people trying to get close, and that's the issue with the Sivir. He's able to stop some, but he has to get so close to the fire. And T1 so far ahead at this point, and now with both Deft and Beryl gone, looks like T1 are looking to take an even bigger chunk out of this game 3.
Not a lot to be done here. Zeus just able to hook shot with impunity. I say that.
Got the ultimate. I mean, he's just going to use it here on the Jax. He's just frontlining. Even if he went down, this is a good trade. And he's still alive, still getting hook shots in, still getting stunts down.
Yeah,
how could you forget the Merc Tread?
Have to mention it.
Little engage here from Beryl, but at the end of the day, he uses his satchel defensively, and Beryl's dead. And the timing this time with the Bard is fantastic, as Deft will actually run away. Keria getting pretty close to the sun, and now it's Zeus who does take that magical journey in and is looking to end this game. I see one a little bit low on the health bars, but there's the knock up, the stun onto Perfect. He's got to flash away. Zeus is not going to let them get away at this point in time. Deft's desperate to try to do something, but he will be taken down, and so will BDD. So those 2 short-range carries will be taken out of the game, and T1 will look to end it.
And the imminent end, possibly to the last dance, can be felt as this third Nexus is going to fall. T1 going to go up to match point. Not a guaranteed win for them. I still think this game, despite the score early on, felt like it was decently.
Oh, found it in the end. I think the Braum value is massive here. You know, if you can stand in front, you can block the MF ult. You have a lot of auto attackers who can stack the passive with the Ashe and the Jax. It's a good lane here. The Poppy can't really threaten too much. And again, into the ground.
I don't know if he's going to be able to survive through this.
Let's see if he's right next to Faker. He cannot TP in here, and there's a lot of damage already in a Perfect as Owner tanks it up. He flashes ropes here, so that will be their trade.
It feels like, you know, we've seen these long swaps from KT, and no team's really made them pay for it, but finally T1 are like, fine, you want to stay top lane.
Jax, like this is a great counter matchup where you basically, from start to finish, with that...
It's Guma and Keria. Guma does have an arrow, and the door will be held. The cleanse comes through, but Guma's in a lot of trouble. Beryl getting under that tower, though. Takes a ton of damage. Does not matter. They bring everybody in here, but now the follow-up from T1. They get the kill onto the tree.
To a Gragas game after the change, it just felt so wrong that it literally just vanishes, the projectile. It's so weird. I'm sure it'll come up in this game.
It's an absorption shield. That's what it's...
Obviously. It breaks projectiles.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Zeus is trying to clear the wave and not get dove here.
Possible dive. We do have Owner on the opposite end of the map.
Yeah, Carry has always been in the right spot to deal with this, as in the 1v1, Guma says, okay, I'm just going to get a cleanse, gathers it here. So knockup is going to miss, and BDD doesn't do much, but the knockaway of Carria is a big one, but the counter-strike catches all three, and Beryl gets so incredibly low, and now we got a TP coming in.
The T1, and they are hoping it's a good one.
Camtech? What's it going to be? It's Cloud. But really the end result of this is that KT, they don't expend much, and they're going to get a Rift Herald here.
A BDD sees a Skarner, a champion that thus far has been way too tanky to engage on, that has the Impale and says, "That can't stop me, I'm Yone."
Uh-oh. Faker in a lot of trouble here. He is going to flash, but still gets knocked into the wall. You see Carrion trying desperately to save him. And the Poppy doesn't have much damage, but it is enough, especially with pushing around here. And now Carrion is being run. He's not going to get
opposite end. Herald.
Oh, what happened there?
Yeah, well, we all know what happened there. That's why Pioshik has that skin, as bot lane turret is going to get taken with Pioshik.
And I mean, they're setting up for another one. Carrion's not even that healthy, but yeah, not gonna overstay their welcome. But perfect. Okay, he's making a play in mid, and Guma has flash, but he says, "Well, I'm not gonna get out of here." Nearly kills Dev.
What a bomb perfect, kind of reminiscent. Does everyone remember? Oh, more action coming.
Well, this is Beryl kind of alone. Not the first time we've seen this, and Owner just able to maybe get revenge. No, Beryl just flashing and Nimbus cloaking and trying to get out of here, but Carrion says no. Not
Zeus is going to be spotted here. T1, that's the engage ult.
Yeah, the engaged Braum coming on in, and it's Owner who is very tanky that they engage on. The Impale not going to hit anything. The cast is excellent. The down will go Carrion, and Owner is left alone as well. KT Rolster pick up two, but now T1 trying to get something. BDD will have to flash away.
Oh,
he gets over the wall with the Q3, and now he's totally safe. KT are not done yet.
Oh, the health bars are low.
Oh boy.
BDD is on fire on this pick.
All right, wait. I know that they lost.
Starting to set up and maybe look for some picks to set up for it. The damage is there to take down a Baron if the opportunity.
They're trying to get in here, and they're just lining up for the Yone once again. Zeus getting pretty low, but he is Jax, and they're engaging onto Jax Braum. That's not the best. Owner trying to get in with the Impale. The Faker gets cast into the team and left alone, and he should be going down. There he goes. Perfect trying to follow. And he sits back and does nothing, right? I guess.
He's calibrating.
Yeah, he's getting ready for the next one. And now we got a fight breaking up for some reason, or breaking out, as Owner tries to Impale. Isn't going to get anyone. Faker just trying to run into Beryl.
Skarner.
And Guma trying to do damage to Deft, as actually Zeus has a very good angle. Three-man stun comes in, and Zeus will get the kill, but down will go Faker. Owner is so low, but T1, they are kiting this one out in a very scrappy fight, as the Ash...
We'll get them up to that third, and honestly, I think to me, the standout was Zeus, the angle he had on that fight, being able to immediately make up his play.
BDD shouldn't be tanking it, though. That is one thing. Has taken a little bit of damage, doesn't care, finds Owner, gets on in, the combo's there, but Carrion stands in front, but Owner is dead. Down he will go. Now the front line, a massive cask again! And Zeus is on the backside, he's alone, and he will be taken down. KT.
There's no jungler here, and it looks like T1 not going to be able to make it through. KT, they want to bring this to a game number 5.
Yeah,
relax.
come on.
It's a big advantage.
I want to watch game 5.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So
that's tower, and
nice.
maybe even could push for a tier 2 here.
Yeah.
Like Guma has to let it go and defend their base, and we'll lose that bot tier 2, so, but definitely get a decent amount of value from that Baron.
Yeah, I'm ready to continue. Want to highlight as
no calming down. Faker, he's caught. He's up against the wall. The knockout comes in, but BDD's out of there very quickly. It will take a while to go down, and finally they do get him as the flash underneath the turret. Pioshik going deep, as now Honor trying desperately to get that finish off, but he will.
Those Q3s.
Beryl and Perfect also should be looking to play.
They don't know. Oh! He's in the pit, and it goes to Pioshik anyway. Oh, that was looking so disastrous, but Pioshik quick on to the trigger, and he gets that one down. Zeus is in here as well, and well, he's not very long for this one, as BDD is also coming on over. Beryl gets over the wall. Zeus gets denied from jumping over the wall, and KT...
This team have been known to make some magic happen, and we are about to go to silver scrapes in this telecom war.
Got to maintain the pressure there up against T1, forcing them back. looking like they don't have too many chances to get back to
They got a fight. They're trying to get Pioshik here, but he is just so tanky. Do they have the damage? The knockup comes in. The cast to save his life. And now we're kiting out KT, though. Owner gets in. Jax gets in. They're looking for Death. Death's in a bit of trouble, but the clutch comes in. He's okay. BDD! BDD gets into that back line and decimates the rest of T1. Carriel will be taken down, and we are going to Silver Scrapes 100%.
T1 trying to deny it with a pick on Pioshik, but BDD does not miss on this Yone. Gets the ult, gets both carries, and we're going to a game 5.
The defending world champions are going to be pushed to the brink. The Nexus surely to fall. No one standing for T1.
And there it is, the Alpaca Treant coming in. And we do have
options.
Oh!
The confidence pick! And the thing with LeBlanc is so hard to pin down. You know, there's a lot of lockdown on T1, but I feel like it's going to be hard to actually connect onto
Magic
this.
resist is perfect, has ult.
On Vision was the Sejuani, but yeah, as you mentioned, you're not getting away from this one. Zeus trying his best. He's going to flash. He's going to try to ult away, but you cannot get away from the Camille. Do they have the damage to take down Zeus? Is the real question, as one will do it.
And one in the game 5.
Perfect has struggled a ton in this series. The Gragas, a big show of confidence from his team. Big turnaround after what was, again, Zeus really getting the upper hand, but this time it feels like it's Zeus that was because
on the map are moving over to try to challenge. That's one grub taken and immediate abandonment of that pit.
Barra has level 6 available, as does Keria. Again, the burst is the big thing here for KT. They want to try and isolate a member and take them down immediately.
Rotations. Rotate back into the pit.
Deft is running, but Guma does have a lot of range with his R. Both the AD carries still here.
It really just comes down to the smite, and it goes over to Owner, and now Barrel's going to go in looking for something extra. That's two people that are going to be slept up, but BDD finds Faker, trying to bait Zeus in as well, and that's a massive bullet time, but in goes Zeus, finds BDD. The first one to go down will be Owner, and now we've got Zeus caught in the pit amongst 4 of them. Is going to dash away. As Guma finally makes his way over, Keria going to be caught by BDD as well, and KT Rolster.
It's big, but I feel like this pick really needs to be the one that gets the ball rolling for KT. If it has a lead, the difference is massive now.
Oh, ult's on Perfect. A lot of damage going down into this turret.
Yeah, I mean, Perfect's just going to stick around. He's trying to get that kill, and now we got a TP coming in. And here comes BDD behind them all as Keria is going to find the LeBlanc and give them some time. Damage is done though to Zeus. Oh, Perfect! He will live! And BDD is still here. He's looking for more. He wants more. And he's not going to have it. He's going to dash away. Pioshik as well does his...
Maybe he should be.
Maybe a little afraid.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, there was a chance, but with Pioshik not there, I mean, you don't really have to send it in.
And I'm making an aggressive play here, but there's a lot of KT members in return.
Barrel just trying to throw himself into it and bait them into this fight as Ingo's perfect. Keeps Zeus around, but he dodges. That Sejuani ultimate lines up too. He's still alive, but down he goes. Trade of top laners as now BDD is coming up. Trying to punish Keria here, and it looks like T1 are just going to let it go. That's another kill.
Any day of the week. BDD going to try and pressure here, but...
Is he okay? I mean, the chains are going to land, and now he's barely... As in he goes, trying to clear it out and make sure that he's safe on the dive. There's the Q3, trying to dodge it, flashes away from Pioshik. Pioshik's taking a huge amount of damage, but in comes Deft to try to trade it back, and they will get the kill, but man, Zeus made it pretty difficult as, once again, Faker's just taking a turret amongst all the action.
Yeah, but
again.
15 tower hits tank there, feels like by Pioshik, but T1 are just playing for the objectives, and it's working.
All right, well, this is a Lilia. Can they actually get him down? Nice catch by Barrel Owner. In a lot of trouble. Just going to accept his fate and just try to hit the turret, I suppose. Does a little bit of damage, but Death will be fed over a kill.
The tower and just that. He knows. He knows.
I also own up. Despite everything that's happened, just because they've been able to get
Infernal
so many waves first, but in a very short time frame.
We're ulting a Sejuani in the jungle, and now TPs are coming in. They're trying to keep him around for a very long period at least.
Turn.
But yeah, Zeus going to have to unbound out of that one. And KT thinking about it, thinking about the engage. Barely going to go in. The big MF ultimate is just going to get the flash. and it's not too committal just yet. Owner only going to hit the front line. There's the sleep. It goes in onto the one. Oh! The ultimate catches 3, but immediately goes back. Perfect. He followed. And that might be the end of him, as KT are in a lot of trouble. In goes Owner, looking for a bit more. Beryl is caught out. Down will go BDD. T1. They find the angle in the fight, and Def gets roped into it as well. And Pyoshik.
That's another inner, unless Pyoshik.
I mean, there is vision.
Smite.
Yeah, he doesn't have smite.
There's no way.
Well, they're gonna send him away anyway, just in case. That's the Baron over to T1, and the rest of it is just cleanup. Zeus lines it up, and it's going to
gold lead. KT know how rough the game feels right now, and with that tower being taken, KT no opportunities to let them back in the game.
Yeah, you don't really catch Beryl. They really want to get him to use his ult. And now we got a potential sleep coming in here as there goes in Keria looking for a bit more. Oh! Sniped by Kuma! And that might just do it. It's 2 kills to the Jhin. And look at this, BDD's going to go down as well. It's 3 kills just like that. And Faker once more. But already it is such a huge win to the side of T1 as they look to group in mid.
Pings are coming in. They do have the Misfortune ultimate to clear the wave. But T1 might try and interrupt, might try and just look for the pressure, look for the end here.
Looking like it. I mean, KT, they already lost 3 members. What can they do?
10 seconds on Beryl. Is that gonna be enough? Perfect. He goes in trying to stall, but the Nexus turrets are falling.
Def can't get the angle.
They're just trying to do it. T1, they want to go to Worlds. Will they be able to? All they gotta do is take down the Nexus, and they will get the job done. You will be seeing T1 at Worlds. You will.